someone's come in here and knew what they were looking for.
Maybe you could do something in the property to vent out your anger.
Maybe someone's poking you. So guys, as we said before, we don't really know much about this house. All we do know is that it's abandoned, and from the dates that we see, it does look like it's been abandoned from about 2017. And we did find a old newspaper that said 1981, I believe.
Yeah, that was upstairs.
That was upstairs, and there was another one saying 2001. But again, people do collect newspapers, so we're not going to go by those dates. I normally go by dates of food, because that's normally when people have last left their property, or they've unfortunately passed away in their property, then there's a bit of food left. So 2017, it does feel like a lot older than that, but maybe 2017.
I mean, with all the brambles and the overgrowth outside,
It looks
this
way
has been
longer than
abandoned for a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like to then, unless somebody maybe was here living and couldn't look after the property.
Yeah, you find that with a lot of elderly people, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe. So I think what we do is we do some calling out in this room. This looks like it was a family room, maybe the main living room because of all the sofas. So who knows, maybe do a bit of calling out here and to see if anyone is. Like I've said so many times, it's just my theory, guys, and my theory only, that maybe when you pass, you relive your happiest moments. So maybe watching TV on a Friday night with a whiskey or a cup of tea was what they like doing. So let's do some calling out here. I mean, Steve, are you getting any vibes from it? It's been here about an hour.
I mean, it feels really calm here. I feel quite chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel?
At the moment, I feel fine. Feels quite welcoming. But yeah.
But as we know, it can all change.
It can all change within seconds. So, key thing I'm seeing someone pop their head in the door. It's because someone's graffitied on the wall, I believe. Good evening to whoever used to live here. My name is Dollie and I'm with my partner Ste. Now we are both paranormal researchers, so we look into the paranormal. So we've just come here today just to see how you are really. I'm guessing nobody really comes in here and talks to you, but I'm here and I'm willing to talk to you. So if you'd like to talk back to me, could you please follow the sound of my voice to wherever you are? Maybe you're in the shadows. Maybe you can't use your voice. That's fine. Maybe move something in your house.
There is lots of stuff on the floor, unfortunately, where someone's come in and had a rummage and trashed the place. Does that make you feel upset? Or do you see your property as you would have seen it as you lived in here? When you lived in here, sorry. Was that you?
That was a tap behind you.
When you lived in here, sorry. Was that you?
That was a tap behind you.
When you lived in here, sorry. Was that you?
That was a tap behind you.
Would you be able to do that noise again? I mean, what you've got to understand is that window is open.
I was just about to say, unfortunately, guys, tonight we are battling with the elements a bit because we do have 3 window panes that are out. So as you can probably hear, there is traffic going past. As you can see, it's very cold out tonight as well. So, and there's trees out there.
And I mean, you can see, guys, there is like trees and bramble outside. So there actually might be something just coming off of the tree, and coincidentally, it's done that noise as we've asked a question.
More than likely it could be rabbits or animals.
So if that was you, Spirit, we're not going to misjudge that if that was you, because you might be trying to communicate with us. But maybe you could do something a little bit more for us. I mean, would you be able to knock on your fireplace where the dog picture is?
Is there something by my foot?
Yeah, it's a wrapper.
It's me.
It's a,
Just to show everyone that's
it's
me.
a Haribo wrapper.
Yeah, that's me. So, if there are any spirit, your light's going mad. You might have to just sort it out a bit.
I'll turn it on and off.
That's it. So, if there is an old homeowner who used to live here, or maybe just a spirit that's passing and they can hear my voice, take a seat next to me. That we can have a chat if you like. There are many ways you communicate with me. You can make noises. You can speak maybe into a microphone on our camera or a red and green light that's on us. You can move something. You can tap. You can slam a door. You can walk above us. Once we can establish some sort of communication, we can then ask questions. That's all we're here, is to ask questions and just to see how you are.
My light's having a fit.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with your light.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a seat because maybe you feel a little bit worried that I'm standing up. So I'm taking a seat with Dolly. Maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable now. So if you could come forward. Maybe introduce yourself by making a knocking noise. Or possibly moving something that's in this living room. We're not here to disrespect the property or trash it in any more state than what it is. As Dolly said earlier on, we're just paranormal researchers. I'm not so much of a believer of the paranormal, whereas Dolly does believe. So maybe you could come into the living room where my voice is. Maybe you can hear that. Maybe make me believe.
So guys, that noise that you may have just heard, I believe is the Haribo packet just springing back up. There's a sweet packet underneath me. I believe it's just springing back up. So if you are hearing some noises at home, guys, I don't believe that is paranormal.
I did see upstairs you was a keen angler. Did you enjoy fishing?
Yes, I'd like to congratulate you on your medal. I did see a medal there for fishing, so well done. Maybe you come in first or second place for a fishing tournament, or maybe third, fourth or fifth. That's a big achievement. Is there anybody here that can hear the sound of my voice that can come forward, please? Could you perhaps run along the landing? Perhaps walk up the stairs? Or perhaps you are sitting with us and we just can't hear or see you, unfortunately. Or maybe we are just voices to you. I don't know why, but sometimes when I do investigations, I get really dizzy. It's really strange.
It is strange. I noticed that. You've mentioned that before in the past.
Yeah, it's like I get dizzy when I do investigations.
There's no mould in here. There's nothing like that. No electric.
Someone has mentioned it could be someone trying to communicate, which makes me dizzy. But who knows? You have a Hoover in your front room. Maybe you're able to knock that over or push it. I mean, that would be a massive achievement. I mean, it is a big Hoover. It's one of those heavy Hoovers. That would be a fox, guys, in the background. You must have been very proud of this home. It's lovely. Many memories here. Maybe you raised your family here. And it's a shame there's no one here to look after it. But we possibly thought we heard a tap when Steve asked a question. So if that was you earlier, and you was replying back to Steve's question, thank you. But could you make a tap for us, please? Or knock something over?
Or maybe make a noise in another room if you feel a little bit frightened.
And we will come to you.
It's so sad when you come to these places and they're just so trashed. I mean, people have worked their life to, you know, to provide for their family.
Mm-hmm.
And someone just comes and smashes it up.
What's that noise?
It's a church.
Is there a church near here?
It's a church down the road, yeah.
Oh.
Bit late for ringing bell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so sad. So maybe you are here. Maybe you feel a little bit down that your place is like this. If you do, could you make a noise to notify us that you are here? I mean, I did hear something, but there is stuff on the floor.
I think it's that sweetie packet again. So we're not going to spend too long in this room due to the noise contamination. But we are now going to move to another room. The kitchen, unfortunately, is just undoable. It stinks. I don't even know what it smells of. Have you? I've never smelt that smell before.
It don't smell of grease or anything. It's just something.
There's
really
just a really strange
weird
smell. It's the sort of smell where it makes you feel sick. Right, so guys, we did manage to get in the second room. I didn't think we'd be able to get in here because when we first come in here, it was really dark, weren't it? And you thought there was something blocking. But no, we've managed to get in here, guys. Steve's at the far end by a wardrobe. Now, Steve's going to show you this wardrobe. This room looks like possibly a child's room, would you say?
Well, I would have said that walking in here, but looking in the wardrobe, it reminds me of an elderly lady.
The wardrobe's really small as well. So let Steve show you this wardrobe because it's amazing.
I mean, look at this, solid oak. Look at all the clothing in there. I mean,
the moths even haven't bit out.
That's not going to be cheap clothing. It's very, very good material. It's just a shame. I'll show you guys, but look, it's just a shame what people do. They just come in for their own self-gain and just take what they want. It's just disgusting.
But yeah, look, guys. But yeah, there's a bed there and it's got like loads of, I'm trying to think what they're called. Toiletries, loads of toiletries there. So yeah, it possibly could have been. Yeah, it takes you back a bit actually. I don't know what to say now. It's a bit like someone lived here.
See,
I think it makes it real when you see someone's clothing and you see a bed. I don't know why, it just always... So maybe they were elderly and they couldn't climb the stairs because this is the second... This is a lounge.
Well, what I was thinking, it might possibly be, do you know, elderly couples, they sometimes are married but they have separate bedrooms.
Yes.
So that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, this was definitely a lady's room or a young child, maybe.
So we're now in another room. It may have been a dining room at some point, but at some point you have moved a bed in here and some wardrobes. It's a beautiful room. Like I said, your house is beautiful. Are you able just to move something in here for us? There is something hanging from the light, a wind chime of some sort, I think. Are you able just to blow it for us or knock it for us or make it swing just so that we know that you're here? That would be the first step of communication.
I can hear a ticking noise.
Do you know what? I just thought I heard something. But it was like a... It's going to sound really weird. But you know, like a heartbeat where it goes... That's what I thought I heard. We may have heard a noise. Are you able to do that again, please? Just so we know it was you trying to communicate.
look at them thick black cobwebs.
Yeah, I don't think it's 2017. Because don't forget, sometimes you can have food and it says like 2 or 3 years on.
Yeah, because they're preserved for,
yeah.
well, yeah, long time, aren't
I would
they?
say 215 realistically. Even longer than that, but I'm going to say 215 if the jam was 217. Unless there has been people living here and have brought some food in to tie them over.
Possibly, yeah.
And left the food. That's another thing I always worry about, someone coming
in. That's the thing I worry about. I don't really mind of the spirits because I'm still trying to prove that they exist. It's just the humans that I get a bit worried of.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this?
What does that say? Needles, Steve. It's a needle and thread thing. Oh, paints.
Paints.
I thought it said needles on it.
What are you looking for?
That I was going to read it out. So if you can turn it round to me, I'm going to read it out and see if they remember it. So as I said, I'm just standing in, which may have been a bedroom at some point, and there's a cup and it says, I may not be perfect, but my dog loves me. Do you remember drinking from that mug? Do you possibly remember who bought you that mug? There is plenty of things on the table that you could knock off. You're able to knock that hair clip off for me, please?
I mean, how many years ago was it when celebrations were in a metal tin box?
Yeah, but they might have kept them. Don't necessarily mean they passed away when that box was there. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Please don't be frightened of us. We're not here to harm you or hurt you or steal anything from this property. We are simply here just to see how you are and how you're doing since you've passed. Maybe there's a message you'd like to give to me that I can pass on. If so, now's your time. You can speak into my microphone. Very quiet.
It's very quiet, yeah.
Very quiet place.
I mean, if you are here, maybe you could perhaps replicate this noise. Very quiet.
It's not like you see in the films, is it?
No, it's
Where
not like you see
stuff's
anything.
flying out the wardrobes and dresses are suddenly floating towards you.
Unfortunately, the reality is you sometimes just come in and talk to walls.
This is the reality of a paranormal investigator.
I love going into these abandoned places and seeing and imagining how people used to once live. Because we don't catch that much paranormal. We probably caught a handful of things, unexplainable things, if that's what you want to call paranormal. But I just like going around and looking in these abandoned places. What a pain in my back. That's weird. What got really bad pain in my left hip?
Maybe someone's poking you.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah. I did say about the dresses walking, didn't I? I did say about the dresses just randomly.
Might have been where I twisted funny.
Might have been. Are you maybe showing Stephen that you was in pain before you passed away?
That was weird.
What sort of pain was it?
Do you know, like a stiffness? It was like a stiffness in this bit of my back, and it just felt weird. Like the muscle was tensing up.
Maybe it is cold tonight. Maybe your muscles just tensing up. I know you don't suffer from
I
back
don't
pain,
suffer
but
from that was very, very weird. But I mean, well, look at this. Wow.
receipts.
Old till receipts. I wonder if it's got a date on it. 1996.
Wow. So guys, what we do definitely know is the people that used to own this property owned a business. Now, I'm not to say what business it is because I don't want this house to be found and I don't want it trashed even more than what it is or stuff stolen from it. But they did own a business. So that explains why there's receipts in here.
Maybe we should go upstairs and have a little look up there.
Yeah, I believe we should because it's been very quiet so far, hasn't it? Even reading out a memory that they would have had, even if it's just a present they got or a mug they drank from. I thought maybe that would try and relive a memory or something.
Because it's something significant to them.
Yeah. Right, so guys, we're in one of the bedrooms. As you can see, I'm joined by some friends, Bill and Ted. There they are, just sitting on the bed, you know, chilling. Unfortunately, it looks like someone started a fire, which is really annoying. But there's something in here that's really old, and I don't know. I get excited when I see old things. So let me just quickly show you guys. It is this really old Sony FM AM radio. That's quite cool. Looking at this room, this has got to be a kid's room, hasn't it, Ste?
I would have thought so, yeah. Them teddies are really old, so they're either passed down from generation, but there is some stuff on the walls to signify a child would have been here.
Yeah, so there's like farm animals. So maybe this was a child's bedroom. So we are now in your bedroom. If there is anybody here with us tonight, any spirits or any passing spirits that can hear my voice, are you able to make communication with me, please?
That's my belly.
Oh, I thought it sounded like knocking. I thought someone's coming through that door.
No, that's my belly.
Whew. There's 2 teddy bears on the bed. You had to knock them over, please, or just knock them.
I mean, look at it, them teddies, them toys. They don't make them like that anymore, do they?
No. They may have only had one child and left the room as it was when they moved out. Or those teddies could have been in the loft.
They might have been from when they was a child.
And someone's just got them out and displayed them.
In all honesty, they look like 60s or something. They look very old.
Very old.
Might be Zach outside.
Did you hear that?
I heard a little noise behind me, yeah.
I thought I had a man's voice.
It was like a dragging sort of thing I heard.
Don't say that. No, I thought I had a man's voice.
That's my light going.
Oh.
Maybe you're following us around. Maybe you don't know how to communicate. We're not too sure if spirits can even communicate with the living. Some people believe you're in a different realm to us. So if you are here, please come in and replicate this noise. I would love to hear from you tonight. I would imagine this would have been a lovely place when it was fully in full swing. Unfortunately, it's been destroyed. That makes me angry, so I don't know how it makes you feel. Maybe you could do something in the property to vent out your anger.
Or maybe you just don't want us here. If you don't want us here, that's fine. You're able just to make a loud noise so we can leave your property? And then we know you definitely don't want us here.
I mean, maybe we should try another room. It's very quiet here.
Yeah, we've been...
it's a lovely place.
You've
but
walked
I
around
just don't think there's any paranormal here.
At this stage?
At this stage, yeah.
I mean, you've walked around here while I've been sitting down, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, I can be a bit of a wimp sometimes, but I feel quite fine in here.
You've walked around here as well and been setting up and doing B-roll and stuff while I've been sitting downstairs and you've not heard anything.
No.
So we've moved to another room in your property. Maybe you're in this property with us? In this part of the property, sorry? If you are you able to maybe move that door that's right next to me? There's an ornament there, there's a bottle, there's a photograph. Oh. There's a beautiful photograph of your dog. What was your dog's name? I have a dog. It's like a family member to me. We named him Lincoln. What was your dog's name?
Maybe this was your sewing room. I do see some sewing equipment there. And I believe that's a sewing table in front of me.
How do you know that?
Because my nan used to have something similar. Maybe you could come forward and make yourself known tonight. I've got that pain in my back again.
That's really strange. I think you're just taking the mickey out of me, Ste.
No, I'm actually being serious.
I think you are.
I've got pain in my back again, but it could be where we've not been out in a long time. And my back's just...
And you've been at work all day.
And I've been at work all day, yeah.
So like I said, there's a beautiful picture of your dog. He's absolutely beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. Was that a picture of your dog? I mean, it could have been someone else's dog and maybe they took a picture and sent it to you. If that is your dog, are you able to tap for me or make a noise? Did you used to own a dog?
I can hear something faint.
So can I. I know you used to like fishing. I've seen you've got an award for fishing. Is that correct? And I've seen some fishing equipment. Are you able to make a noise to say yes, you did enjoy fishing? Also, what I find really strange, right? I don't know if you've noticed this, but the detective I am has.
I probably haven't even noticed it.
The upstairs rooms, yeah,
Yeah.
all the boards have been taken off. As if someone's come in here and knew what they were looking for. Maybe it's just me because I'm like an armchair detective. But seriously, every board, where a fireplace would have been back in the day, because they used to have fireplaces in their bedroom to keep themselves warm, they've all been boarded up with board. But I've noticed all the boards have been taken off. Well, this room has and that room has. The rest is, the other one's just a bathroom.
Come off through the coldness?
No, they've all been stapled. What's it called? Look. It's as if someone's come in here and ripped them off because they knew what they were looking for. I mean, did people used to hide stuff behind there back in the day?
Well, I know when my granddad passed, he hid stuff. So that could have been something maybe happened in this property.